Hello everybody, 'tis I, the RELIANT. It's time to get out the old tic-tac-toe board. Well, we're not exactly going to play tic-tac-toe, but we're going to use this handy little diagram to, I'm going to use this handy little diagram to make my point. Now, we all know that we talk about the government a lot, right? And the thing about government is, they want more government and they need more government. Because government's an organization and it either grows or dies. And government wants more, needs more. Now, there's some people out there who are victims. Okay? And you see, the victims, they want more government and they need more government. And the government wants more victims, and they need more victims, because more victims gives government a reason to grow. And more victims gives the government more reason to give them money and to take money from the other people. Now, you can see that the victims also want more victims. They need more victims because then they can ask the government for more. But you see, then there's one other group, and that's self-reliant type people. Okay? Now, think about the self-reliant type people. We don't want government, and we don't need them. Okay? And government, they don't want us, and they don't need us. But you see, when it comes to victims, we don't want any victims, and we don't need any. And the victims don't want us, but they might need us. They might need us to help them out, because the government's not there to help them. Finally, self-reliant people, we would love to have more self-reliant people, but we don't necessarily need them, but actually need is subjective in this particular case. So you can see here how in this matrix why government wants victims and victims wants government, because they feed off of each other. Whereas the self-reliant people, preppers, survivalists, we realize we're on our own. We know FEMA's not going to be there, and if they are, chances are they're just going to mess things up, get in the way, add to the problem. I mean, there's some well-intentioned people in FEMA. Yeah, some people are doing their best, but because of the top-down policy, procedure-driven nature of the beast, nothing gets done, or it takes forever. People die because of this mess, and they'll never learn. There's always going to be turf wars amongst the local, the state, and the federal officials. Who's in charge? Who's got jurisdiction? It's all a bunch of nonsense. Or our self-reliant people, all we want to do is just get the job done, save lives and property. You know, we don't care about rules. We don't care about procedures. We just care about getting the job done. Do what it takes with what we have. And the thing is, this just doesn't apply to disasters. It just applies every day. But we got how many people on food stamps? They're victims. You know, people on welfare, they're victims. Just causes the government to grow. More bureaucracy, more policies, more procedures, more committees, more subcommittees, more rules, more laws, more taxes. I mean, this is just an endless cycle. See, we, the people, we could almost just do without all of this. You know, if everybody had to rely on themselves, what would happen? There'd be a lot less victims, and then government could pretty much just go away. So you see, my fellow Americans, it's just real simple. When you look at this board, it just explains it, at least to me. Now, if you have any questions, comments, I'd love to hear from you. You know, I really appreciate, you know, my base of viewers that seem to like what I have to say and seem to understand what I have to say. But the bottom line is that this needs to get communicated to a lot more people. People need to understand this. They need to understand this government victim dynamic, because it's just rampant. It really is. So I hope this makes it clear, and feel free to use this. Show this to other people, and maybe, just maybe, we the people can start to get our freedoms and liberties back. In the meantime, wake up and smell the tyranny.